Hi everyone, it's Jill from Today's Creative Mom. Today I'm going to show you one of my kids' favorite things that I make them, and that is homemade cinnamon rolls. The dough is super simple to make. The cinnamon rolls are amazing, and I'm going to show you how, quick and simple. Let's get started. First, I'm going to add 1 cup of warm water. Make sure it's warm and not hot. You don't want to burn the yeast. Then you're going to add 3 teaspoons or 1 package of rapid rising yeast. You do not want to dump it. This was the trick my grandma taught me, was not to dump it out, just scatter it. 1, 2, scatter it, and you'll just see it's just going to rest on top of the water. Then she said to get it started, to what she called dancing, was to sprinkle a little bit of sugar on top. And what she said that does is it wakes up the yeast, and you can already start to see that it's doing that. Then very carefully with a plastic spoon, not a metal spoon, you just slightly swirl until you get a cloudy mixture. Just keep swirling. So while the yeast is getting activated, I'm going to add 3 cups of flour. I'm using all-purpose flour today, but you can use different types of flour. If you're going to use a heavier flour like wheat flour, you might want to add another teaspoon of yeast, as it's a heavy flour and you want the yeast to work to rise the dough. Now, if you're going to make like a cinnamon roll or a sweet biscuit, then you might want to add a little bit more sugar to the flour to give it a sweeter dough. So do you see how I'm making a well right like that? So my grandmother taught me to go ahead and take that yeast, pour it in the middle of the well, and then to moisten the dough when it bakes, you're going to add 1 tablespoon of oil. Use a vegetable oil or a canola oil or some other type of oil if you're doing like a cinnamon roll or a sweeter bread. And what we're going to do is we're just going to keep mixing this until it forms a dough. Once it forms the dough, we're going to cover it with a towel and keep it in a warm spot, not in an oven, just not in a cold spot, in your home for about 30 minutes.